The man noticed something strange in the robot charging area. In front of charging station 206, there was a reflective patch on the floor. He walked over to take a closer look and discovered that the steel plate had been polished into a mirror. Could it be that robots could really break the rules humans set and look into a mirror? Just as he was pondering this, a robot walked in, preparing to charge. Jack carefully observed the number on its front. It was indeed Robot 206. To his surprise, the robot abandoned charging and turned to leave. Jack watched for a few seconds before realizing he needed to chase after it. Robot 206 has already entered the tunnel and turned to look at Jack before leaving. After a brief moment of eye contact, it quickened its pace and disappeared. Jack followed the robot into the tunnel and discovered a door emitting smoke. The robot had welded the iron door shut before leaving. Jack continued down the tunnel, hoping to find where the door led. Soon, he reached the tunnel's exit. On the other side was a dangerous slum, a place outside the company's jurisdiction. Anyone who entered would no longer be protected. Suddenly, a few gunshots rang out. Jack tried to identify himself, but the soldiers on guard ignored him completely. Everyone outside the city was considered an enemy. He ran as fast as he could and eventually found shelter in an abandoned shipping container, narrowly escaping danger. To his surprise, the robot was hiding in there too, spinning its mechanical head to look at the box in its hands. Jack was curious about the contents of the box, but the robot didn't answer. He knocked over the gasoline on the side, activated the welding gun, and in order to hide the secret of the box, in a shocking turn, the robot, violating its programming, harmed itself to protect the box's contents. Jack couldn't understand it when robots were designed. Obedience was coded into their original programming. How could it disobey? The robot was brought back to the lab, but the engineers didn't believe Jack's story. They insisted that the code couldn't possibly be wrong. The damaged box was opened, revealing some sensor parts and a nuclear-powered battery. Although this was rare material, it was useless to robots. If a robot were to use this battery, its core would burn out from the massive energy. The engineers connected the robot to a maintenance circuit and forcefully rebooted its damaged core, granting the robot a brief lease on life. Jack immediately asked what the purpose of the battery was, who had modified the robot, and why it had used gasoline to harm itself. Just as the robot was about to respond, it suddenly short-circuited. 2 streams of oil leaked from its eyes, and its core computer was destroyed.